Sit a little closer to the hearth tonight, my friend. The wind outside is cold, and it carries the scent of winter, a season that knows a thing or two about loss. I can see it in your eyes, you are carrying something heavy. A disappointment, a betrayal, a loss that feels like a physical weight in your chest. You feel as though something inside you has shattered, and you are desperately trying to glue the pieces back together so the world won't see the cracks. But tonight, in this cabin, I want you to stop trying to fix yourself. I want to tell you a secret that the world of toxic positivity will never admit: your broken heart is not a failure. It is an initiation. It is the moment your soul finally becomes wide enough to hold the truth. Tonight, we honor the cracks. We honor the pain. Because it is only through the broken places that the light of true wisdom can finally find its way in. Most people spend their entire lives building walls around their hearts. They want to be safe, they want to be untouchable, they want to live in a perpetual summer where nothing ever dies and no one ever leaves. But a heart that cannot be broken is a heart that cannot truly feel. It is a stone, cold and unyielding. When your heart breaks, those walls crumble. The ego, which spent so much energy pretending to be invincible, is finally defeated. And in that defeat, something miraculous happens. You become human. You become soft. You become capable of a level of compassion that the whole person can never understand. You see, a broken heart is like a field that has been plowed. The earth is torn, it is turned upside down, and it looks like a disaster. But without that tearing, the seeds of a deeper life could never take root. The pain is not the end of the story, it is the preparation of the soil. I remember a woman who came to me years ago. She had lost everything: her home, her partner, her sense of purpose. She sat where you are sitting now, and she said, "Christopher, I am empty. There is nothing left of me but these shards." I asked her to look at the Japanese bowl on my shelf. It had been broken long ago, but the cracks were filled with pure gold. I told her about Kintsugi, the art of precious scars. In that tradition, a broken object is not hidden or thrown away. It is repaired with gold, making it more valuable and more beautiful than it was when it was perfect. I told her, "You are not a broken machine that needs to be replaced. You are a work of art in the middle of being refined. The gold is the wisdom you are gaining right now. One day, you will look back and realize that you wouldn't trade your scars for all the perfection in the world, because your scars are what gave you a soul." We are taught to run from pain as if it were a predator. We distract ourselves, we numb ourselves, we pretend it isn't there. But pain is not an enemy, it is a messenger. It is the soul's way of saying, "Pay attention. Something here matters." When you sit with your pain without trying to change it, it begins to transform. It's like a block of ice: if you fight it, it stays hard and cold. But if you bring it close to the fire of your awareness, it melts. It becomes water. And water can flow. It can nourish. It can find its way to the sea. The wisdom of the broken heart is the realization that you are strong enough to break and still exist. You discover a core inside you that is indestructible. You realize that you are not the vessel that broke, you are the space that holds the vessel. And that space is infinite. Think of the greatest songs ever written, the greatest poems, the greatest acts of courage. Were they born out of comfort? Were they created by people who had never known a sleepless night of grief? No. They were forged in the fire of loss. The most beautiful people I have ever known are those who have known defeat, known suffering, known struggle, known loss, and have found their way out of the depths. These persons have an appreciation, a sensitivity, and an understanding of life that fills them with compassion, gentleness, and a deep loving concern. Beautiful people do not just happen. They are made in the dark. When you are in the middle of the dark, it feels like you are being buried. But I want you to consider the possibility that you are not being buried, you are being planted. You are in the dark because that is where the growth happens. In this modern world, we are obsessed with being happy. We treat sadness like a disease that needs to be cured. But there is a sacredness in sadness. There is a dignity in mourning what was beautiful. If you didn't feel the pain, it would mean you never loved, and a life without love is the only true tragedy. Your grief is the receipt for the love you gave. Don't throw it away. Wear it with honor. The broken heart allows you to see the world with new eyes. You start to notice the silent struggles of others. You become a sanctuary for those who are also hurting. Your presence becomes a healing force because you are no longer judging, you are simply being. This is the true power of the broken. They are the only ones who can truly touch the world without bruising it. So, tonight, let the tears come if they need to. Let the ache in your chest be what it is. Don't try to move on or get over it. Those are words for people who are afraid of the depth of life. Instead, move into it. Breathe into the cracks. Ask the pain, what have you come to teach me? It might tell you that you were living a life that wasn't yours. It might tell you that you were settling for less than you deserved. It might tell you that it's time to let go of an old version of yourself so a truer one can emerge. The heart is a muscle, and like any muscle, it must be stretched to grow. Sometimes, it must be torn to become stronger. Trust the process. Trust the fire. You are being tempered like steel. You are being shaped into someone who can handle the weight of a much larger destiny. As the fire in this cabin burns low, I want you to imagine your heart as a garden. Yes, there are weeds. Yes, there is frost. Yes, some of the flowers you loved have withered and died. But look at the soil. It is rich. It is deep. It is ready for something new. You don't need to know what that new thing is yet. For now, it is enough to just be the gardener who doesn't run away when the rain falls. It is enough to stay with yourself in the dark. I am here with you. The trees are here. The stars are here. We have all seen many seasons pass, and we know that nothing, not even the deepest winter, lasts forever. But the wisdom you gather in the winter is what will make your spring more vibrant than you ever imagined. The night is growing late, and the embers are whispering their final truths. Go to sleep knowing that you are not damaged goods. You are a veteran of the human experience. Your cracks are where your story becomes interesting. Your scars are your medals of honor. When you wake up tomorrow, don't try to hide them. Walk with the quiet confidence of someone who has looked into the abyss and didn't blink. You are whole, not in spite of your brokenness, but because of it. You are a Kintsugi soul, mended with gold, and the light you give off now is far more beautiful than the light of an unbroken sun. Good night, my friend. Rest your weary heart. You are safe here. You are loved. And you are more than enough, exactly as you are.